Hello everyone, this is Taste Time with Chichi, and I am, smiling from ear to ear because this is our last episode. I'm so excited. Guys, are you not? Yeah. Okay, this has been an amazing show. This show, is designed specifically to motivate, inspire, educate, inform, and promote our teenagers, and we've been doing that from the day one of the show till today. And trust me, I've known this from, me working with teenagers, that the easiest way to get our teenagers to be at their best is to discover and to, fine-tune their talents and their skills. Once you give them that platform to shine, trust me, they're going to fly. Not just to shine, they will fly. And today, I want us to look into some of the, finest moments that we had on this show. So guys, let's sit and get into the show. Don't go nowhere. Welcome back, everyone. Like I said earlier, this is the last episode, for this season, this first season, and it has been amazing. I've enjoyed it all the way, seeing lots of talented teenagers and young adults come to display their stuff. I know you can see something going on here, and one of them is here. But I want us to see some of the finest moments, and maybe, I don't know what you're going to see, but interesting, time that we've spent doing this show. So just join us and let's see how the show has been so far. Today we are going to be talking about something that is totally off-grid, something that we don't get to talk about on a daily basis. And I have in the studio with me someone that is going to help do justice to this topic. I have Mrs. Osilo in the house. Can you help me give her a round of applause? And she's not here alone. She's here with her students who are fantastic. I'm already enjoying their company. She's a physics teacher, but she goes beyond just teaching her students. Both these present ones and your past students, she goes beyond teaching them just what physics is about. She's exposing these kids. And I believe things like this help we young people, I'm still very young, we young people to think outside the box, because I believe the likes of Mark Zuckerberg, they did not start thinking outside the box because of the things they were taught in school. You are doing a lot, and people like you are rarely celebrated. So today I want to celebrate you and say thank you for what you are doing with our teenagers. So please help me introduce yourself and tell us a little bit of what you do with the teenagers. You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Ms. Chichi. It's a pleasure being on stage, being on set. I am Princess Kikelomo Osilo. I'm from Lagos. I teach physics.
From what school? What's the name of it?
Yeah, the name of my school is Ifesowakpo Aboru Senior Secondary School. We have this school at the interior of Ipaja. Yes, because so many competitions we've gone to, they are like, should we remove the Ifesowakpo and leave the Aboru? I tell them, this school is being given to us by the community, so we can't afford to leave one community out. And it's one of the schools in Alimosho, Alimosho local government, and under Lagos State Ministry of Education.
Okay.
So I teach.
So it's government school, and it's amazing what you're doing with them.
It's a government school.
Interacting with them, you wouldn't even know that they are from government school.
Yeah.
They are very intelligent, and I believe it's because of the exposure you've given them. So tell me, can you relate some of the things you've exposed them to, some of the experiments and things competitions that you guys have gone to?
Yes, thank you very much for that question. To start with, actually it has to do with by passion, because the passion passion is the drive key there. That's the drive word. I love to sing, and I love to do so many co-curricular activities. That
and you're a science teacher?
Yes, and people wonder that, what are you doing here?
I wanted to ask that.
Going into drama, yes, exactly, totally out of it. So I love to sing, I play the keyboard.
Wow.
Yes, I play the keyboard, and into drama, poetry,
amazing.
A lot of things. And we have other departments in my school. Like,
and you're teaching your students all this?
I teach my students all this. And to buttress that, it's not just being good in co-curricular activities, like I tell, this May-June 2015, I had 96% in the WAEC.
Wow.
30 distinctions and 40 credits.
Wow, in physics?
In physics.
Amazing.
And
previously... You need an applause. You need an applause. Great job.
And aside of that, since I joined this I joined Lagos State as a teacher.
Yeah.
My class has always provided the head boy and the head girl.
Wow.
I have them on stage right
Wow.
here.
Wow.
And they were like, perhaps it's because I'm always in science class. I was given an art class.
Okay.
And the same still happens.
Wow.
So aside of that, and we have had like so many competitions that we represented our district.
Yeah, that's the one I'm interested in.
How do we go about representing the district? We have about over 1,500 schools under my district.
Wow.
Then all the districts, all the schools come together,
and
we have competition. Then the person that emerged goes to represent the district.
So you produce the #1 that goes to, wow.
Consecutively, like twice like that, in poetry, in song.
Wow.
For the Spirit of Lagos, the Citizen Day Award, my school came 3rd.
Wow.
That is from there we go to the state. Then we have the JET competition, which is national. We have the state. Then we have the Brighter Rewarding Future quiz.
Wow.
That one is quiz.
Wow.
So all these ones, we go and God gives us the grace to come out. We just don't go anyhow. We go out. We go and we conquer.
Wow.
We see, we conquer.
Wow.
And that has always been
I'm
God
missing.
on our side.
Yeah, God and then hard work.
Hard work,
because a lot of people will say God, 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 but you are doing the work.
Yes.
I want to ask, are you working totally outside of the curriculum?
Yes, I'm working totally out of the curriculum. Like I told you earlier on, I have other departments coming. Whenever any competition comes around, they just tell me, even from the district, they just give me a call, Mrs. Cecilio, we have this.
Wow.
And I have English department telling me, no, it is for the English people. No, it is this and that. And even in the community, like a particular project we did, actually that project came to being, we lost one of our students.
Wow. Due
to the July 2010 flooding.
Okay.
So we were like, what could be the cause of this flooding? Then we went to the canal where she died.
Wow.
I now found out that the canal was blocked with all these plastics. And we're like, okay, how do we convert this plastic to wealth?
Wow.
That's where the notion came, that waste to wealth.
Wow.
Most of the things we call waste, they are wealth to us. So from there, we decided to gather the plastics as much as we could. Then we went online, we did some findings.
Okay.
We were able to convert the plastic to liquid fuel.
Okay.
Actually, we got a liquid gas, which from our laptops and stuff, we were able to inflame it. Then we were like, okay, if we can get the gas, we can also get the liquid. We got a condenser, which will convert the gas to liquid.
Liquid, okay.
So we're able to get a little bit of liquid. We know that if we had a larger combustor and more plastics and foil paper to burn, definitely we get more fuel.
Wow.
And even during the process...
Real fuel that people can use.
Yes, liquid fuel, yeah. And throughout the process of the project, from the beginning to the head, we don't have any wastes.
Wow.
Because we said we want to convert waste to wealth.
So everything you used
became useful. Because from the chemicals, we are able to get our weed killer. From the residue of the plastics, we are able to get our coal tar.
Okay.
When we mix some chemicals with it, we get the sealing, materials for making sealing.
Wow.
And several other important things that are useful to us.
Wow.
So the waste, whatever you think is waste, is wealth to us.
Wow.
And another one we are a bank on before deviating was we had waste, it's also waste to wealth, our urine.
Really?
Urinate, yes.
Something that some of us will say in Yama. Like, we don't even...
By the time we finish the project, a liter is going to serve you for 7 hours.
You're joking?
Of course not.
For fuel?
Yes.
I think I'm interested because of the fuel scarcity. I think I'm going to be your friend.
No problem.
So that you'll be giving me a lot of fuel.
Another waste, we have our urine power generator, which you call waste. Anybody can go anywhere and just urinate and just waste it. But it's going to generate energy, which is a common necessity to all of us. Because of the so many competitions we've gone through and there are so many arguments and stuff like that, the boy did not say the question well, did not hear the question well. We decided to generate also to build another board. We call it question and answer board. Okay. The question and answer board, we have all the other elements which everybody can get because most of our project is a public school. Nobody is funding it. So we have to look for things around that can be accessible for you. If you want to do it, you can always do it.
Okay, I want to ask you this quickly before we go on a short break. Do you think this is impacting these kids, beyond just school, beyond learning it in school? Do you think it's impacting them? They go home and they try to do the things you're teaching them in school?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Because I've seen when I go an inch and they go a mile.
Oh, okay.
That is my joy.
Okay.
I just bring the idea, and before you come, okay, everybody go and sleep on it. We come around tomorrow, then we talk better on it. And they come with, I might be going this way, then they come with another better way.
Okay,
then
amazing.
we come together to work.
Amazing. Thank you so much. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. This is still Teens Time, and I'm Chichi, your host. Today, we have something very, let me not use the word depressing, topic that we are talking about. It's not depressing, but there's help. There's help in the studio. We are talking about how we can break free from drug addiction. From my research, I realized working with teenagers over the years, one part of the things or the questions I get people asking me is, how can I break free from, drug addiction, alcoholic addiction? It will surprise you if you're a parent. It will surprise you to know that some of your kids that you see, they are sent, they are very gentle, they are addicted to drugs and alcohol. And today I have in the studio someone I respect so much. He's a doctor and a very good friend of mine. I call him Social Doctor. He's in the studio to help us talk about, to help us provide solution to this issue. I think is a menace, is a serious issue affecting our generation. How can we break free from drug addiction? And I have in the studio Dr. Shola Fajana. He's a social doctor. He uses the social media, instead of using it to while away his time, he uses it to talk to people, to help educate us on how to live healthier and better. And I also have the teenagers in the studio. But let me first of all talk to Doctor. Yeah. You're welcome, sir.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you for being here. Please.
Thank you, too.
I know you have been practicing for a long time. Let me first of all get to know you.
Well, I've not been practicing for a long time. I've just been practicing for 4 years.
4 years is a long time. 4-year-old baby is big enough.
Well, I'm a medical doctor, like you said. I have some interest in which I've taken some courses on about youth, all right? So,
okay.
All right? So
thank you.
I have interest in the young people, all right? And, well, because of my presence on social media, all right, I've been regarded as the social doc. And also, basically because it's not strictly for my presence on social media, but however, we are working with my team, we're working on a social platform where you can interact with the doctor just by the click on your phone. So it's just an application that will soon be coming.
So if you don't have access to go to the hospital, you can actually, they can send. So how do you get paid?
Well, that's left to the team, all right? So when we come up with something very reasonable, we'll then make it public.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's amazing. Thank you so much. So let me ask you this. Have you come across teenagers? I'm not talking about youth. Teenagers who are addicted to drug addiction.
Well, I've come across some few. I can't say so much because I've come across adults who are
addicted.
Who are addicted.
And they look okay.
They look very okay. I mean, they run about their lives. They are the cream, like cream of the society. You just, they drive on very good cars and all of that, but the battle with so much of pain, addictions around.
So the teenagers you've come across, what is, how do you react to them?
Well, we take them through a lot of process, all right? It depends on the stage at which they kind of present to you,
okay.
All right?
The question is, do you, try to judge them and say, why you are too young to start taking drugs?
There's no reason to judge because we all have
our issues.
We all have our issues, we all have where we falter, all right? So it's not basically about judgment. I mean, that won't solve the problem. It's just basically to get the people out of the problems.
Okay. So what are the things? Let's just go right into providing solution. What do you tell them? How do they break free from it?
Well, it basically starts from you accepting that you have a problem, all right? So, I mean, some people still go about denial, saying, I'm cool with this drug, I mean, people take all kind of drugs. Okay. I mean, ranging from codeine to cocaine to, cough syrup.
So even codeine is drug.
Yes, I mean, it's a kind of drug. I mean, and you could be dependent on codeine, all right? And that's why some of those drugs are really restricted, and without a doctor's prescription, you can't get such drug.
Okay, doctor, please, can you help
let's just go straight to how they can get help, how they can break free from the addiction.
Right, like basically, I said that number one, you have to know that you have a problem, all right? So you're able to say, oh, come, I'm addicted to this or this, because it could just, yes, and I need help. Because it could not be, I mean, it may not be just drugs. I mean, it could be some other things. But first, you must accept that, oh, I have an addiction for this, all right? And then you try to seek help, all right? Trying to get help is the first thing to do,
okay?
All right? So you accept, you don't stay in denial, you try to seek for help. You know, there's help everywhere. I mean, if you ask the what, you always get the answer, all right? So basically, it's just to go out there and seek for help.
Okay.
So I'm curious. I'm like, I can't wait to know more about you. You told me you had a baby at the age of 19.
19, yes.
How did it happen?
Okay, how did it happen? How else does it happen?
No, I don't want to get the details of that one, but...
Okay. So yeah, I got into university at 15.
Wow.
I like to say I'm very intelligent. Got to university, brilliant girl, sharp girl. People always tell me I don't look my age and all of that. So, you know, I think somehow, of course, I got carried away with the whole boyfriend thing. So there was this guy from my second year that was always Chinelo this, Chinelo that, Chinelo this.
All over
and yeah, he wasn't in my school though, and he was way older than I am. So in my third year, I think I was on IT, third year, second semester, that happened, and then I realized I was pregnant. I was scared.
Wow.
Very scared. I didn't know who to talk to because...
You didn't tell him?
In the first place, no, at first I didn't tell him because I was like, okay, how am I going to... I didn't want to because I didn't know how he was going to react.
Excuse me?
First of all, it was fear. Yes, it was fear. And I was on IT. I wasn't at home with my parents, so I was with an aunt, and she was never around, so there was nothing for her to even notice. And one holiday, I went home. One weekend, I went home, and then my mom told me, my mom was like, there's something wrong with you. I know you're big and everything, but there's something different. And I was like, me? Nothing, no, there's nothing wrong with me. You know, and I wasn't sure because I had not even gone to run a test or anything.
But somehow you suspected?
Yes, because I had missed my period.
Okay.
And so eventually, I had to open up to him. I told him, I said, this is what is happening. And
so
then,
did he accept it?
Of course he did. And I think that's one reason I still respect him till tomorrow, though.
Okay.
And then he said, okay, fine, you know what, we have to go run a test. And then we went to the hospital, and then we did the test, and then realized I was already 3 months pregnant.
Wow.
And I told the doctor, because he was like, you know what, we can't do anything about it. Well, you have to have the... I was like, excuse me, you know who my father is?
You wanted to remove it?
At first, I wanted to.
You are lucky because a lot of the teenagers I meet is the guy that will say, no, remove it.
Especially because of my dad.
Okay.
My father is a disciplinarian.
Yeah.
So I was like, how would I stand before my father? And then, you know how the evil people are, I'm the only girl.
Yeah.
How am I going to tell my father I'm pregnant? And then he said, you know, I'll follow you to your house. There's nothing you will do about it. You have to tell him. And I was like, okay. So I called my mom, and then I called her over the phone, and I told her, this is the situation.
So was he willing to marry you or just to be the baby daddy?
I'm getting to that point.
Okay.
And so my mom was like, what, pregnancy? Okay, come home. And so I went home, we spoke about it, and of course it was too late. My mom didn't even want to hear anything about abortion. She was like, you are the one that said you wanted to breast, so you will carry this baby, I really don't care. And well, long story short, I had the baby 6 months later. I had her in January 2012. I was supposed to write my final exams 3 weeks later after I had her. And I'd been missing lectures and everything. Thankfully, my school was a private university, so I still had the opportunity to do like summer classes and all of those things. But trust me, it was a terrible experience. It wasn't fun at all. Because by the time I went back to school, the stigma, everybody had known.
Wow.
So everybody would look at Chinelo, okay, so she has a baby now. And then people didn't even want to talk to me anymore because I'm not like the so-called bad girl. And, you know, and I just had to keep keeping on. I was like, you know what, it has happened, I have to move on. And I thank God for people around me as well. People, my mom especially, my mom kept encouraging me.
So your father, when he got to know, did he kill you?
Let me mention this, just in case my father watches this show. Let me mention this. So my father didn't talk to me for over 3 years. I did not talk to my father for more than 3 years. I just started talking to my dad December last year. He didn't talk to me because, of course, he was mad, so to speak. So I wasn't even living in his house up till today anyway.
Wow.
And certain things many people had to talk to him, beg him, and then he was a Yoruba boy.
Okay.
So he said,
The tribe thing.
Yeah, the whole tribe thing.
So the guy, was he willing to marry?
Yes, he was, but I wasn't ready for marriage. How old was I?
Okay, but
So I didn't want to.
if he pops the question, will you?
I'm not sure about that.
Okay, but that's where I ask girls, why will you be doing something with someone you're not sure?
You're not sure you want to get married? I think the problem is this. When you're young, you're naive. So you get attracted to certain people, and then at that point, you don't know what you want in life. And then now,
Thank you, you are saying
I'm
that.
at a point in my life where I see him and I'm like, we don't dream, we don't have the same dreams, we're not on the same pedestal.
Yeah.
We don't think about the same things. So right now, it's very difficult for us to have a conversation. So we just talk about, okay, our daughter and other things. So there are so many other things we don't agree about.
Wow.
So yeah, that's the situation.
Thank you. And I hope the teenage girls are out there, they are listening, or they are, they are taking something from you. You're naive, so you can't really make decisions, intelligent decisions. Someone, one of the shows that we had, someone said, look at the person's nose, look at how the person looks. If the person is ugly, please, but apart from the looks, be careful the decisions you take. When you're sleeping with the person, are you ready to change pampers? Are you ready to are you ready to short school? Let me ask you before we go on a short break, how were you able to deal with the stigma? Because I think that's the one that a lot of the girls don't know how to cope. I have a 15-year-old girl. She had a baby at the age of 14 last year, and this year she's trying to go back to school. Her family, they've rejected her. They're not interested in taking up her, but she's saying she doesn't know how to cope emotionally and, psychologically. So what's your advice to someone like that? Yeah,
that's what psychologically. It could affect you psychologically. It's a very... it's a dicey one, because I remember people that were my very close friends. I mean, they were the ones that would go to class, and then they're the ones that were having side talks and saying, oh, Chinelo, this is Chinelo. But I think you just have to look for that inner courage. That's just it. You have to keep speaking to yourself every day. Realize, first of all, that you have made a mistake. I mean, that's the beginning of healing. Realize you have made a mistake, and then get ready to get back on your feet. That's just it. You don't really need to listen to what anybody, because people will definitely talk. Even your family, people will definitely talk. So you just have to rise up and say, you know what, I have done this, but I need to move on. The moment you realize you need to move on, you can fly.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your honest opinion. Welcome. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the clips that you saw. It's been the things we did in the course of the show this first season, and trust me, second season is going to be jam-packed. But before we end the show, I want to find out from you guys, did you enjoy the show like I did? Sure. So Femi, can you tell me your favorite topic that we did on show?
That was the relationship with the parents and the teens, if they can express their financial problem to their teens, and that's what is happening right now to teens. And also when I showcased what I have to the world.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. Yeah, I enjoyed that. When I watched it alone, I cried, and you saw me cry. Yeah, okay, so who else wanna? Winifred.
I enjoyed the topic we did with Dr. Ken, which is should teens be romantically involved?
Because I know you are thinking about it. I can't say that. Go ahead.
But having a whole lot of experience, and she actually got to answer some of my questions, which have been asked by younger people and all that, because I also groom girls and all that. And when she made the joke about you regretting later, oh, it wasn't even fun. I think that was
Yeah, okay, the last person here. Let me pass it here.
Okay, mine was with Dr. Shola and Chinelo. The one they talked about, the teenage pregnancy by Chinelo, and Shola by Shola. Yes, and the alcohol and drug. Yeah, it really helped me a lot, and it gave me that boldness to actually tell myself that I could do it. Since he could stop it, what's stopping me from doing that? Yeah. And the teenage pregnant, since Chinelo could move forward and come out from her share, I could also move forward and do something better.
Thank you so much. And I have something here. And she's here. Her name is Doyin Solar. Doyin Solar. And you've been doing this.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me in seconds, what's this about?
Yeah, growing up, I love to I fell in love with accessories, jewelries. When I was in school, we had a GS3 junior Y practical.
Okay, and they taught you guys this?
Yeah. Okay. So since then, I found interest in it, and I started building myself.
This is lovely. This is lovely. Okay. And you've been making money from this?
Yes, ma'am.
What's this? For the head?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Amazing. Thank you. And we're going to leave your number so that if they want to patronize you, they will do that. Thank you guys for being here. Okay, guys, it's been an amazing time. And check us out very soon. We are coming back for the second season. And then feel free to get in touch with us, with me, and all the things I'm doing, the social media networks, all the platforms are displayed on your screen. Feel free to get in touch with me, and I would gladly want to hear from you, both the parents and the teenagers. Thank you. Until we come your way next time, remember my favorite quote. Life will not give you what you deserve. It is what you decide. You are not too young to start making the right decisions. I'll see you on the other side. Bye.